Hey, good morning out there on X and um, YouTube. Giving you guys all a chance to get logged in. The room is already logged in, so we just want to get started here. I'll give you like I say, a little minute to get logged in. We'll start looking at charts here in just a moment. So go ahead and get yourself logged in. All righty, that's probably enough time, wouldn't you say? Now we'll wait till that 7:45. Please join us every day here, 7:45 Eastern. You can log in through X or Twitter. Remember that you can only ask questions through YouTube. So I would urge you to do it through YouTube. That way I can answer your questions there. Okay. All right. Let's get kicked off here. Okay. There we go. Um, Recorder's running. Good morning. Hey, Jim, Mike, Bill, and Roasted. How are you guys doing? Good morning, JW. Good morning. How's everybody going? Let's make sure the mic is sounding good. I want to make sure that that's good. You guys should all see a chart, so all is good there. All right. So here we go. Hey, Jim. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, look, there's no questioning. The bulls are in charge. There's no questioning that at all. Price remains above the T line. T line remains above the trend indicator. Excuse me. After being up one day, a gap, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, we're a little bit overbought. I don't think anyone would deny that. Here we are moving sideways a little, what appears sideways to me. So starts yesterday and today, here we are. So unless we make some big breakout or breakdown, just sideways. As we move sideways, the T line will kind of come up. And if you notice, if you go back through the chart and even even the post-election excitement, it's not going to change that. A chart is still a chart. So if you just take a look how far price gets away from the T line, and this is ever, just go look, you'll see what I mean. That there needs to be a little slowing right in here. It could be that price comes right back to the T line. It could be that price just moves sideways and the T line climbs up there. You'll see this happen so much. It's like clockwork. You could set your clockwork on it, buy it, and you can just about pick up diamonds from it. So it's almost perfect. We've kind of jumped up there. So again, the market remains bullish, just cautious because we're a little bit overbought, just meaning that we could pull back just a little bit. And if whatever you buy might get punished on that pullback. Okay. So SPY is looking great. If you look at the diamonds, same thing. Now the diamonds ended up with a shooting star yesterday, which tells me not only, we're getting a little overbought, but the sellers might be getting a little tired. And what does tired mean? Tired could mean just sideways. Tired could mean just a little bit of a rest down. But we'll see today. We'll see today if we can take out that top. If we can't take out that top, and if we don't, here, let's do this. If we don't, close below yesterday's low, that's just a sideways resting, allowing time for some of the moving averages to catch up to the train up here. But overall, still crazy bullish. Qs are still acting pretty good. They may need to move sideways just a little bit. You can see that already with 3 bars in there. So let's just do this. So we could move sideways a little bit. And I mean, you can draw your box here how you want just to show what it shows you something. I'm going to draw it with the low of that candle because breaking down from that box, that's where a lot of traders, investors will start looking at it and maybe, might we need to buy a little short coming in there a little bit. But right now, overall, still quite bearish. What did I leave? Oh, how can you leave IWM out? IWM, you can see that that's already starting a little sideways move. So the big thing there is, are we going to break out the top or are we going to break through that bottom? Anything in there just says sideways, says rest, still says bullishness. Nothing about this would say bearishness unless we get the bearish candle and then we see some follow through. Here's what we might look for follow through. I'm going to change this from that real time to not, and I'm going to switch to an hourly chart. And this is good on any one of the indices. It's good on any chart you look at. And just like a daily, let's recap that. Just like a daily, I'm going to look at price. I'm going to look at T line. I'm going to look at the trend indicator. I'm going to look at the price action or the pattern, how we got there, and I'm going to look at the trend indicator trend. Okay. And it doesn't matter what time frame I'm looking on. I could be looking on a 1 minute for that matter, which I do not. But this is the way I'm going to interpret the chart. And right now you can see price is over the T line, T line's over the trend indicator is in a nice trend. Therefore, the overall trend is bullish. Now we'll use price, the setup of price in earlier candles, current candle, what is the price pattern, and what is the price action today, whether we buy or sell this position or get in it or not. Okay, so right now you can see clearly that we're pretty darn bullish yet. So let's go back to this daily here. Let's take a look at I guess a quick peek at transports. Very bullish on the transports. You can clearly see that. See how we gapped up? We gapped away from the T line and we went sideways, and see how the T line's climbing. That's what I would like to see done on the SPY diamonds and Qs a little bit. Let's look at SMH. SMH, that's not faring quite as well as what we might like, but we've got a low, high, and a higher low so far. So the big thing on SMH is to hold that low or a low and break out of the 2650. If we continue that down move, that could put some pressure on the overall market. All right. Now let's take a look at some charts here. LAC, I think, is looking really good. We looked at this in the trading room yesterday, and I know a few people that bought LAC based on that bullish engulf. Here, let's do this. There we go. There we go. Here we rallied up, and you can see we've pulled back, dancing a little bit on the 200 period moving average, the trend indicator, put a little action trap between the T line and the trend indicator, and then pop, we go. So that is saying that bulls are stepping in. If we see confirmation, that means that candle might be real. So right now, this morning, it looks like we're opening up inside day here, right here at the T line. For targets, sorry, I should have had targets written on this already. First thing we need to do is get over this high. That has to be a target. And then about this 555 area, and then let's just run up and fill that gap there. So there's some targets on LAC for those that are trading. We'll talk about more in the trading room, and if anyone has any in-depth questions on this, we'll see you in the trading room. Okay. Another one is, I guess we better look at NVIDIA, hadn't we? Look at NVIDIA. So what do we have here? We have a beautiful trend, right? Here we have a pullback consolidation right at the trend indicator, right? And here we have this rally up, this pullback, and now it looks like bulls are stepping in. If we take this top here and draw it across, look at that support. That's what I would call a low risk entry. Very nice chart, wouldn't you? Target wise, what I'm going to do is come over here and I'm going to take this low right here. I'm going to come up to this high right there. And then I'm going to take this tail and come down or come up to that low of that candle there, right? Now, what we're going to do is put a line right there. I'm going to put two of them. There you go. Get rid of that. No reason to clutter the chart. And there's two great targets for NVIDIA. Now, keep in mind, with even with targets, up there, even with bullseyes, or it doesn't matter if somebody comes on and says, "Hey, Nvidia is going to be a $200 stock." I why not? I believe them. I believe them. I do. But what I'm not going to do is just jump in and buy, unless you're an investor on Nvidia, in which case just buy it and hold it. But if you're a trader on Nvidia, you're looking for those setups, and what you're going to do is you're going to trade into the swing, and you're going to profit into the swing if you're a swing trader. So right now, beautiful 3/8 trap, two real nice swing targets up here on Nvidia. Dell. I mentioned Dell yesterday. Can't remember if I mentioned it yesterday morning. I know I mentioned it in the trading room yesterday, but you can see this very nice pop out of the box being created right here. 149.50 first target, 173 second target up here. Just a nice little run and rest. And that's what charts do every single time. Charts run and they'll rest. Rest could be sideways pullback, and then they'll run, and then they'll rest, and they'll run and rest until they've had enough, and then they have to take a big rest. All charts do this. All charts do this. VLO is looking pretty good, and just for transparency, I bought some VLO yesterday in the larger account. Did not buy it in the small Road to Wealth account, bought a larger account. But here's VLO setting up to be a possible. I say possible because it's not 100% a rounded bottom breakout, but it's close enough for me. We're over the 50-period moving average. Nice little pop out of the box setting up. T-line over the 50-period moving average. I would like the trend indicator to follow. Targets, rounded bottom breakout targets are a piece of cake. Just a piece of cake. We're going to use the dotted deuce, and we're going to use the 200-period moving average. And then if we see anything in the middle that makes a difference price action-wise, we'll certainly look at that as well. But right now, that's what I see on VLO for targets and a trade. It's possible, too, if this breaks out, I add maybe a little bit more. Or if it pulls back, maybe I add a little bit more. Let's see here. Let's do space. Now I'm going to check out some of yours, okay? Space is a rounded bottom breakout. Real nice pop yesterday. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Looks like today it might give us an inside day. And I love inside days for buys, so that might be a nice buy in that area. It would also make sense if somebody was to say, I'm more interested in this if it breaks out. I couldn't argue with that at all. Target, dotted deuce, target 200-period moving average. There's a lot of space in there, so we better go look. Yeah, let's put up another target, and I'll just put, wow, we're just going to put it right there, kind of split the middle right in there. So space is looking pretty good. All right, let's take a look at some of your charts. Let's see, I've got a question over here. Hi, Rick. When you study your EMAs, how do you project when you see the 8 EMA going below the 17? Are you doing anything at all, or are you sitting on your hands? Well, the 8 going below the 17, it's kind of a broad question. So the answer is going to be, I'm going to look at things more bearish, so more of a short rather than bullish. Okay. If you have more to add to that, I'll be more than happy to answer that. But like I said, it's a pretty broad question. T-line below the 17. Here, we can do that right here. See this on space? T-line below the 17 or trend indicator is bearish. Let's look at the SPY real quick. Okay. T-line above the trend indicator is bullish. T-line below the trend indicator is bearish. See, we never got follow through here, right? It requires follow through. Remember that. Let's look at a weekly chart. There we go. Look here on the SPY on the weekly chart. T-line below the trend indicator is bearish. And see right there, we never got that follow through. Turned right. Well, there it is. Not only did we not get the follow through, see here, the T-line never crossed over. So there never was a bullish signal here. Not ever. I know that's a great, hammer. We pull back. That's a great looking candle. I know we had follow through for price action, but the trend never did turn over to bullishness. T-line stayed below the trend indicator, never broke it. Down we went. Here it did it again. It came close. It kissed it, hugged it, loved it, but it did not do it, did it? Same. Really, well, it tried, and it just couldn't. So when you really watch this, see right here, and I'm not looking at that right there. I'm looking at this up here. See how price, T-line, trend indicator, there's your bullish attitude right there. And then bearish would be just the opposite. Great question. Thank you very much. All right. If there's anyone else that has questions, what time is it? We still have some time, and I still have a few charts. Okay. Let's take a look at TRUM. Take a look at oh, that's not it. TRUM. That is TRMB. Try that. There we go. TRMB. Back on the daily. TRMB is working out really, really good. Headed toward that 80.53 up here. So those, and I know there's a few people in this, those in that, just don't forget to take profits along the way. Remember what it takes to double your account, or remember what it takes to grow your account. And you've got to take some profits, because I guarantee you, I will guarantee you, you will have losses sooner or later. And losses tend to be very painful, and they tend to wipe out some of those gains. Okay. Amazon. Let's talk about Amazon. I'm holding Amazon in the larger account. I didn't sell it up here. I kept it. It's trending. Price above the T-line, T-line above the trend indicator. 3.8 drop here. I'm still looking for 222 up here as a target. Let's see if we can get that. Good morning, Bill. What stocks are you holding in the big account? We'll talk about that in the trading room. That's private to members and members only. Okay, Bill? So we can cover the large account stocks I'm holding, and we can cover the road to wealth account. Okay. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Let's see. Stock nut. Yeah, I think you're in TRMB, aren't you? TRMB. So nice. Well, nice. Very nice. SLB. Here's the last one. Let's take a look at SLB here. This is a stock that I'm interested in buying, and it's a rounded bottom breakout. You can see the T-line and trend indicator is above the 50-period moving average. We're dancing around that dotted deuce up here. So if I can see that we're going to break out, or we do break out and rest, I'll be looking at the 200-period moving average up here for the target, and then we'll after that, then we'll worry about what comes next. Okay. All right. I'm going to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for tuning in to our charts and target here, pre-market with the Hint Run Candlestick Group. I absolutely appreciate it. Okay. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you at the bottom of the hour. Okay.